Stories can tap into our deepest emotions, trigger hormones, and connect with our core values. Because of this, it's important to approach story sharing with responsibility. We've gathered a few tips for facilitators on how to create and nurture a safe, welcoming space where everyone feels comfortable sharing. Learn how to make story sharing a positive and respectful experience.
A safe space is a physical or emotional environment that encourages open, inclusive, and respectful dialogue. In a story-sharing workshop, it should be collectively created by facilitators, participants, and organizers. But the facilitators are there to guide the process, set the tone, and ensure that everyone feels heard, valued, and respected.
Encourage participants to set and respect their boundaries. Sharing should always be voluntary, and no one should feel pressured to disclose or do anything they are not comfortable with. Participants should be encouraged to speak up and state their boundaries, knowing there will be no negative repercussions.
Practice empathetic, non-judgmental listening. Focus on understanding rather than interrupting or offering solutions unless explicitly asked. Listen to the stories being shared, not just your own response to what is being said.
Make sure participants understand the purpose and conditions of the proposed activity. Remind them that they can decline participation, share their stories on their own terms, skip questions, or leave out parts of their stories without feeling pressured. You can always pass. You will not be graded or judged by what you choose to share or not share.
Foster a culture of confidentiality, ensuring that stories shared within the group remain private and are not disclosed to anyone outside of it. What is said in the room, stays in the room.
Avoid judging others' experiences, beliefs, or storytelling styles. Foster an inclusive and supportive environment.
When listening, approach each story with kindness and understanding, considering the emotional needs and experiences of others.
Invite participants to engage at their own comfort level, whether by sharing their stories, actively listening, or simply observing.
We always respect when someone needs a break, wants to step back, or take a pause, without questioning that decision. Participants are welcome to step out of the room knowing that things may continue and they will not disrupt the process. No one is required to be uncomfortable for the sake of others.
We use inclusive and affirming language that supports and validates the identity and experiences of all participants. Mistakes can, and will, happen. Allow others the grace to learn and change.
Create a physically comfortable space that allows everyone to feel at ease and fully engaged.
Encourage participants to contribute and establish new guidelines that will help foster a safe and supportive space for everyone.
When inviting others to share their stories, provide clear information on how their stories will be used and obtain their agreement before proceeding. Storytellers should understand how their stories will be stored, shared, and handled. It's important to respect their privacy, offer the option for anonymity or withdrawal, and ensure confidentiality. Most importantly, consent is only valid if it's fully informed.
Ownership of a story is a basic right of a storyteller. People own their own stories and should be recognized as creators. Always ask for permission before sharing someone else's story and credit them if allowed, respecting their choice of anonymity.
Storytellers should feel free to choose what story they share, how they share it, and how they're represented. It's important to create a safe, supportive space that respects their choices and empowers them. This includes the right to skip questions or stop sharing at any time.
Help storytellers stay clear and intentional with their messages. Encourage them to be authentic and honest, but also to think critically about their story's purpose, audience, and potential impact. Guide them in avoiding ambiguity, unintentional symbolism, or stereotypes. Support them in choosing words that align with the emotions they want to evoke. Promote ethical storytelling free from hidden agendas.
Making events and workshops accessible is often more attainable than many educators realize. Planning an activity or workshop in advance allows time to identify and remove barriers preventing participation. Always strive to provide transparent information about accessibility features for potential attendees. For example, consider whether the event is child-friendly or accommodates neurodiverse individuals. Ensure wheelchair access, convenient public transportation options, and the availability of multiple communication formats. Communicate clearly where the event will be held and offer directions if the space is not immediately apparent.
When targeting specific groups, seek support from specialists, community leaders, translators, or other professionals to enhance accessibility. Explore inclusive ways to make diverse groups feel welcome and encouraged to participate fully.
Include various storytelling traditions. Encourage participants to share their traditions and cultural values, allowing them to shape the activity framework. Recognize that storytelling spans oral traditions, poetry, song, dance, visual art, and digital media, giving participants the freedom to choose their preferred medium. This inclusive approach fosters empathy and deepens cultural understanding.
Encourage participants to use their mother tongue in storytelling, as it preserves culture, fosters authenticity, and strengthens identity. Create a welcoming space for all languages, offering translation services or support when needed. Promote curiosity about lesser-known languages and encourage collaboration through goal-oriented activities that bridge language differences. It can be empowering for a group to learn to bridge language gaps together using shared languages as well as apps that can help, such as Google Translate. Use the skills of the participants to help facilitate inclusiveness.
Provide clear guidance on the activity and space. Before starting, explain the schedule, room details, restrooms, food, breaks, and seating preferences, for example, facing the wall, door, or window. Describe accessible routes and exits. Clear expectations will help participants feel comfortable and safe in the new space. Even for regular attendees, setting behavior guidelines ensures a welcoming atmosphere for everyone.
Using props, prompts, and non-storytelling activities can reduce pressure and make the experience more relaxed. Activities like handcrafts, doodling, or sketching can calm nerves, while props and prompts spark engaging, fun conversations. Images also help express emotions, values, and dreams without words. Some people may feel more comfortable sharing their stories while doing other tasks, so incorporating practical activities can strengthen social bonds and build trust. After sharing, foster a safe space for reflection, acknowledging the courage of those who participated. Check in on emotional well-being and offer support if needed. Highlight common themes to encourage connection, and conclude with gratitude for participation and a chance for informal conversation. We often assume we know what's best for our workshop group, but input from the community can offer valuable insights. Engaging them not only helps meet their needs but also fosters a sense of belonging, ownership, and connection to the journey. Join and organize workshops for educators and community leaders to refine skills and build confidence in leading story-sharing activities. Learn about support techniques and trauma-sensitive approaches to support ethical, compassionate storytelling and empower marginalized voices.